No. Welcome back to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, wherever Pisces may fall in your chart or in your environment. As we get started with the reading, I just hope all is well, that we are ending this week and you are enjoying your weekend. I set the intention with our gold coins here to talk about finances, but we do know that the pentacles or the gold could also talk about lessons and learning, career, your path, development. So as we get started, hit the like button if it resonates. If it does not, hit the like button anyway. I'm just playing. Tarot is entertainment, so understand that if it doesn't resonate, you may check out other aspects of your chart or some of my other videos. So it's just like, it'll resonate. Okay, cool. I shuffled these cards because I was like, I try not to be defiant, first and foremost, and not to be rude. I'm sorry. If you're interested in personal readings or booking products and services, the links to my online store and contact information are in the description, as well as a link to Patreon to join us on the other side. If you're interested in any specials or the agenda for what we have going on today or this week or ever, check the community board after the video and you'll see why. Bam. Now, I set the intention because I don't like mess and drama and sadness, but I guess if it needs to be talked about, okay, cool. So it may not be for everybody, and that's fine. Can't please them all. But there was an energy of discontentment within the home for some. I saw that. And then I had this, I want to find love and like release myself from this. And so I was like, damn, like what they got to do with finances? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm telling you what came out in all of these cards, even though I set a clear intention with Source to get some money matters. There was the Hermit and the Ten of Cups. And I was like, stay in the house. You know, I just be sitting here talking to the cards. And maybe I shouldn't do that all the time. But I saw the Five of Wands here, right? As some sort of battle, discontentment, looking outside of self. We got 2 5s here. We got 3 5s. So you got 5 5 5 in this reading. The Five of Wands, the Five of Cups are upright, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So there's someone that may be discontent with life, okay? Also, with their living situation or relationship demographic or family. Family could be husband and wife because the Father of Wands is here. It could also represent a fire sign or just someone going through a struggle, because I know the Father of Wands sometimes represents in finances someone who may not have had an advantage, okay? Or Leo, or like I said, alpha of some sort, whatever. But I did see that, like discontentment within a home, because the way it was looking, the Hermit came out and there was the Ten of Cups, and so it was kind of like walking away from that. And the Five of Swords in reverse just says, I have a new way of thinking. I'm going my own way. I don't want this. And sometimes the Ten of Cups could represent feeling trapped in a marriage, in an engagement, in a promise that was made a long time ago. Okay? For some of y'all. For others of you with the Hermit, kind of like walking to the Ten of Cups, it was crossing the Ten of Cups. And that still, for me, just shows like some discontentment inside, and kind of like it being reflected outside of us. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, if this doesn't resonate with you fully, there could be someone in your environment that is not happy with themselves. Okay, and just want to bring something your way. You know, you put your sword down to walk away and not really, you know, engage in it. Here's the Ace of Swords, and it's like, no, we engaging, okay? Others of you, it's like if you're dealing with inner conflicts and battles or sadness, the cup is half empty, and I'm just not feeling whatever's going on. Changing your thinking, changing your perspective, perception, and how you're looking at it is the only way out of this, because I know that whatever you're thinking about, if it's taking you down a rabbit hole, continuing to think about it will lead to this Five of Cups, especially, like I said, for some of you that have been battling this for some time. Now, the Father of Wands with the Ten of Wands could talk about coming out with the flames blazing, a hard road where I thought it was everybody else, and I was looking at isolation and separation as a bad thing. And the Two of Swords, which talks about the crossroad and my choices and all this kind of stuff, where I finally just come into this realization of what life is really about, or why my journey was this way. Okay, others of you, it's kind of like rejection, abandonment, not being content with a certain situation, with what's being brought to you. And then, like I said, there's something with the Judgment card and the Knight of Pentacles, which talks about a past commitment for me, a realization. The Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. And it kind of gives me an energy of perseverance, and pushing through. It also talks about a little bit of passive aggression. So that does fit for someone who made a commitment to someone or something, and it really isn't making them happy, and being kind of passive about it. They could be totally fed up with the situation. You could totally be coming to your wit's end with something, okay, or someone in your environment, like I said. But all of these cards just kind of fell out together, and that was crazy, where the Three of Pentacles talks about an invention, working on something diligently. It also talks about outside influences and forces, okay. Engagements. So an engagement could be a proposal, right? An actual proposal for some of you, and others of you, it could just be something that may have been offered, or something that you had agreed to, or something being brought to the table, okay? And then, like I said, we have the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, and then the Two of Swords, where it's like a choice. Christopher, stop. You want to get out? Yeah. Stop doing that. Okay, so it's like there's a choice or something about your choices or your decisions. And so if I were to bring these here and this here and put these here, okay. This is still persevering, because crowning you, or your strength being the King of Wands, does talk about the entrepreneur, does talk about an artist of some sort, the creative ability, the fire, the drive, the physical strength, right? To be able to do something. But the Ten of Wands in the past just says that I'm packing up and moving on out of something. And I also see 11. Oh, we got 11. So look here, you got the Two Swords, which the Roman numeral looks like 11. And then you also have the Ten of Wands with the King of Wands. So I see that as 11 wands. And then we have 11. But here we have 2 5s. And so let's take some clarifiers to see why that is, okay? All right. So with the Five of Wands, a battle. Like I said, every man for himself. With the King of Wands, that's his energy. We have the Fool card, and we have the World card coming up in reverse, okay? So this could be, follow. And look, I've never even noticed that the whole deck got 5s everywhere. It looks just like the Roman numeral 5 in the background. Look, like, why? Someone's discontentment, because I'm an artistic kind of person. Someone is just like not wanting to be here. You see that? It's kind of like maybe I haven't mastered things. I'm not figuring things out. Abandonment. It could have been from parents, from relationships, from anything. And here's this, I just want to be somewhere else, like not of the world, okay? Others of you with the World card usually talking about some form of completion. It even talks about the internet or something like this. This is like getting off of the internet. And so for some of you that are dealing with inner conflict and are creating blocks, or have sadness, or looking at everybody else and not feeling that you have whatever, this is like getting off of the internet and possibly out into the world to go do something. Some others of you that may not be feeling so well, or may not be happy, not for everybody, but for some, It definitely talks about addictions and confusion, as well as, you know, looking at this Four of Pentacles. It could have been inherited with the Four of Pentacles, like you're holding on to something and then trying to compensate. Okay, looking at everything around us and not looking at self, and then trying to be distracted. Okay, so then we have moving forward. Look, we have the sun card with the Ten of Pentacles, and they're shining bright. Look at that. So the sun is a huge star. The Ten of Pentacles are also stars. So I see another 11 there. Okay, and then we have and then we have the Chariot, and we have the Star, and we have the Eight of Wands that talks about going the distance. So you committed to do something, either in this life or another, or there's a commitment, okay, somewhere. And this is kind of like the challenging energy is also the strength. So here is the King of Wands crowning you, and it's also said to be the King of Wands that drives the Chariot, that talks about your focus. So there could be some communication, some messages coming through, whereas before it may have been blocked. So some of you guys that are looking to create something and being more inventive or something like that, you're kind of like halfway through everything else, you know, dealing with the emotions and contentment, dealing with your own security or insecurities. When it comes to the work, though, I feel like whereas you being capable of getting through this is there, but you know, we still have some things to do when it comes to our strategy and our plan. Because I'm looking at the King of Swords and the Emperor here, and I feel that, you know, the stability, the security, the respect, okay, the plan, the process, and the patience, okay, is what I have there. And then we have the Six of Cups, which talks about nostalgia, and it also talks about memories. So some of you guys that are still struggling with some things from past life issues with lovers, family members, whatever the case may be, this is here. This is where we still have a little bit of inner conflict, and you know, it's going to evolve into harmony and balance. And then you got 11 again, or 22, whatever. You got the High Priestess and the Two of Cups. So here's the High Priestess, and what's crossing is the Two Cups. You may have a gift or an ability, but I do feel like there's still some balance that needs to be done there, because I have like this Temperance energy, or the Lion here with the serpents, which we talked about, the Ten of Pentacles being kind of like my health card, and then the Sun, which is like the star, and the star is also an energy within the High Priestess, coming together here with the Two of Cups with the Lovers, right? Because we got the two Lovers here, the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, and then it's like, how do they come together, and what does that mean? Well, let's see. With all of that, okay, my lovers, the High Priestess, your thought pattern, honey, your consciousness and your health, there it is. We have the Five of Swords that was over here, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Swords, and here is the Hermit again, where, why is my Hermit so scratched up? That is not what's up, okay, first and foremost, okay. But we have the Five of Swords, which it talks about like walking away from a fight, but still there's some sort of challenge involved, because it's like reversed or upright. The Five of Swords is the same. And then here is some information that kind of gets you from being stuck on something. Or here is that sword coming in when we talked about the spiritual lobotomy that kind of like cuts the cords. These are the cords, and that created the blocks, and kind of like moving forward and past them and being released. Some of you guys have accomplished that sort of energy, so you may feel more prone to success. You may feel like things are opening up and things are changing for you, and some others of us may still feel kind of stuck, like we're waiting on something. And I do feel like these cards are saying that that is more energy and that is more thought. So we have optimism, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Martyr of some sort, and then here we have the Hermit. So this is, to me, an energy of someone who says that I have a purpose and I have a path, and it doesn't involve others. Okay, but at the same time, We have the Four of Swords that says to use your logic because you are a human and you are on earth, and sometimes a lot of isolation may do things that we don't want it to do. And it also says that there is healing involved. So someone may have isolated themselves, okay, and kind of like went on their own path. Look at that. Someone may have isolated themselves and went on their own path alone with the Five of Pentacles, okay, which talks about the past. And here, same position, King of Wands. You were built for it, okay? And it also talks about growth and completion, where the current energy is the Page of Wands, and it's like you shouldn't go back. There's no going back or going backwards, okay? Because you have this King energy here, and for the current energy to be the Page, the only way I would go backward is because the Page is pure energy, okay? Pure energy. Now, the Five of Swords also could represent like a funeral of some sort. And with the Four of Swords in the center of the reading, talking about healing from, love, healing from losses, healing from life or whatever. Well, we got the Five of Cups. We have the Four of Cups, which talks about boredom. And the Ace of Cups is kind of like, I want this cup. So then the divine comes in with the cup. And it's like, do you want it? But it's like I'm thinking about it, I'm reflecting, I don't know, I'm not taking action because I'm still dealing with the past, pain, and not having confidence, and being discontent and frustrated. And so I was just like, well, where is this reading going, and what does it have to do with their money? So let's pull a clarifier for the Five of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups, so definitely being more realistic, okay? The Page of Cups is a dream, it's a fantasy, and the Five of Pentacles just talks about being outside, okay? And then with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Cups, it does definitely talk about like an ending. It does talk about coming out of that Five of Swords and just like getting it over with. So whatever nervous tension or fears or whatever blocks that you have, kind of letting that go. And then we have the Seven of Cups that could talk about confusion of some sort. So just be mindful of confusion. The King of Pentacles is very wise and knows like what battles to pick and also how to disengage. So just be mindful of that. Now, where we have something healing, someone may send some passionate communication. It's like, what does this have to do with money? Okay, if these contracts, okay, are... Because I said that in my intro, one of my first intros, it did say that it was like, well, if these contracts involve finances and blah, 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 for some of you it could, because we have justice again or an adjustment being made that is very unexpected, and it talks about a divorce or something like that. And so some of you guys may be healing from a separation, especially, if this has to do with an attachment that you had to someone else that could have been toxic in your energy, and even if this is a behavior. So we have here the King of Wands, which is Leo energy. We have the Strength card, which is also Leo energy. We have the Tower card here, and we have Justice. And so all these different decks, and even on other channels, I keep seeing where the Strength card and the Justice card kind of share a certain energy, and then we have this unexpected, okay? I do feel like for some of you guys, this could be a reaction to a judgment. And see what I'm saying? This could be your own judgment, or this could be something that happened somewhere else, because it's kind of like, something happened, or you go to court, or you go to this place or something like that, or whatever it is, and then like suddenly it's not what you want, you don't get what you want, you didn't hear what you wanted, you may have rushed something, I don't know. And then the Strength card is just kind of like, I see that it's kind of like a lashing out kind of energy. So it's kind of like, well, why is that? Well, with the Page of Wands, here's that Moon and Aquarius energy. Here's the commitment. Here is the Sun card that talks about a realization of some sort. And then we also have the Page of Pentacles that talks about your habits or what you inherited, or trust fund child or something like that. And the Six of Cups talks about memories and nostalgia and happiness. So for some of you guys, it's like I'm remembering who I am, when others of you, it's kind of like you totally don't. Okay, and that's why you have to go within. You need to meditate and get some of this information or help or healing so that you can avoid whatever energy is driving people to feel discontent, sad, and it happens. It's not something you may communicate on the comments all the time or talk to each other about, but I just saw on the internet where the girl from the Black Ink Crew on TV witnessed her boyfriend commit suicide the other day, and they thought it could have been homicide, and they arrested her, but then she later got out, but they're still investigating it. And so it is around us. You have artists, you have actors, you have actresses, you have regular people who are just, you would think, okay, some of them have money, some of them have relationships, they got the girls and the jewels, or their goals were accomplished, and it's still like, why are you unhappy? You know what I'm saying? And then that 10 of Cups come out, the 10 of Pentacles come out. It could be health and wellness, the brain, the chemistry, the chemical balances or imbalances, and then where Uranus is doing some weird stuff and all of these planetary alignments and whatever your chart says, it's like catching people, and it's like the people that it's catching are folks that may be sad or frustrated or that feel alone, and it's like that little energy just attaches to it, and before you know it, there's confusion, there's not paying attention, there's freak accidents or sadness and loss. Okay, so I don't know, I'm loading the video, not my claim of fame, but that's what I got. And if you are feeling that way, clearly in the lesson or what you need to know, we had the Four of Swords, and it definitely talked about rest, relaxation, and meditation. Unfortunately, there are others of you that could get some news, that you don't want to hear about a father, a child's father, a fire sign, because I got bad news, and then in the center of the reading we got the Four of Swords, so it was kind of like a loss of some sort where somebody just may have been discontent, and that's kind of sucks, because I even saw it on Instagram earlier today. So that is what I got. I do hope that it helps. Until next time.